Okay, this is what your cart's going to look like after you get it out of the case. And the first thing that you're going to want to do, right around here on the front, is unlatch both trays. This latch is really all it holds. It holds everything together with one latch. The tray that's upside down up here is actually your center tray. Okay, and the way that it latches on, you can see the hooks here in the back. Whenever you're putting it back together, you drop it down in where the hooks hit the holes in the back, and then the front lip, bring the camera around here, the front lip drops right down in that hole, and then the latch opens up, holds it all together. Okay, so take it apart, do this, lift the front end up, and then this is going to be your center tray. Okay, set this on the table. We'll start putting it together in just a second. This liner that goes in between the trays kind of serves as a lid if you want to leave small items in the top tray when it's in storage mode. That way you can leave certain things inside the top tray and they won't spill out. It also flips up and lays in the bottom of the main tray. I'll show you that whenever we're putting it together. I'm going to set it over here for just a second. Okay. Now this top tray is loose. It works similar to the middle tray in regards to the way that it releases. Lift up the front edge and slide it out. And if you look right back there on the back, you'll see these clips. Okay, when you're putting it all together, you have to make sure that your whale tail slots up here are on the end of the latch, because that's how it all goes together. Okay, so you just simply drop it in place. Then it slides back under. It has to slide that direction, and it's locked. The top drops down. That's how the top tray locks in place. Okay, so lift it up, slide it out. Set it right up here for now. Turn it around so I can get to all my hardware. Now, here's the center tube. It locks in place. It can't come out of the tray. It's locked in place. Okay, so to take it out, loosen these bottom eye bolts. Okay, and those are the tensioners for the main slide. Okay, that's what adjusts the top tray up and down. This is what the center tray adjusts on. So I'm going to raise it up a little bit. I'm going to lock it in place. That'll help you put the whole thing together. Just lock it all in place. Now nothing moves. Let's take it out and bring it over here to our center tray. Camera around here anyways. Okay. Now, in order to the center tray, or the center tube, obviously stands like that. The center tray has to come on from the bottom. So just drop it through the hole in the center tray. Okay. Now turn it all on the side. Okay. One other thing I want to show you. You need to line up the holes. These holes are what hold the center tray together. So this side has 3 holes, and that has 3 holes. The other side has 2. And that helps it. That aligns it to the proper size. So now you can see the holes line up. Now, these little thumb screws. 5 of these little thumb screws that are included. Drop those in place like that. I'm not going to put all 5 in. I would if I were going to load it down with tools and actually use it, but just to shorten the video. Nice. Two on one side, one on the other. Okay, now the center tray is attached. Let's go back to our base over here. Okay, inside still you can see this is the swing arm for the glue tray, which we'll put on in just a second. The glue gun tray. Okay, and here's the actual glue gun tray. Now, if I bring the camera over, you can kind of see there's a special way that it locks in. If you look at this arrow, that arrow signifies that that bolt lines up with that arrow. When you're putting it all together, the glue tray turns upside down, and you line those arrows up. Drop it in the back side first, because it's going to lock under a bolt back here. Line the arrow, that hole up with the bolt, and it just drops in place. Okay. That also leaves a dish in the back of the tray, and that's where the center tube lays. So that's how it all locks together. It's kind of like putting a jack and a spare tire back in the trunk. It all has to fit together just right. Okay. So pull that out. We're going to set that over to the side. We'll attach that in just a second. Now, let's take the center tube. Drop it in place. Bolts. We've got wing nuts. You may or may not want to store this in between here. It's cut so that you can, if you want, you can drop it in place. It's a good place to store it. If you don't want to, I mean, you can see that the bottom of the tray is completely rubber lined, so you don't have to store it there if you want. But it keeps it from laying around the shop or getting lost or something like that. So, 4 wing nuts. I'm just going to drop 2 on there right now. Okay. They go on nice and quick. You put all 4 of them on there, they're really, really solid. Top tray fits the same way. Just adjusting the same. Before I put the top tray on, let's look at how your adjustment works. Okay, this allows the center tray to slide up and down independently of the top tray. Put it where you want it, lock it in place, and it'll stay. Okay, for now we're going to drop it down a little bit. If you want to leave it where you can pivot it and turn a portion of it out where it sticks out from under the top tray, you can always do that. The adjustment on the bottom works the same. The top tray adjustment. Just loosen both of them. You can see how the whole thing slides up and down. There's bushings on it, so it keeps everything nice and stable. No slop, no banging. Okay. Now, ready to drop the top tray on. Does the same thing that the bottom tray did. Just drop the bolts on. And the wing nuts. In place like that. Again, I'm only going to put 2 on. And it's really stable even with just 2. Put all 4 of them on there and it's even more stable. You don't have to have any tools. You can do everything with your hands. Okay, so it's all locked in place. And you can lower it. It's set really high now because it's easy to see the center action that way, but you can obviously lower it. Okay. Here's how the glue tray attaches to the top tray. You can see this tube over here with another tensioner. Drop it down, wherever you want it. Similar thing here. Drop it in place. And there you go. You have a holder here for slide hammer, long rod, whatever you want. Raise it on up. Let's see. This one. 7 foot. So, it'd work on a really tall SUV. That's the basics of putting it together. Out of the box, it's going to be in a big wood crate. You'll probably want to pull the screws out of the crate to get it out easily. And it's an amazing, heavy, sturdy cart. It's been awesome. It's been absolutely fantastic to build. Coolest